Hello and welcome to the Manifesting Miracles show. I'm very excited about today. Today we're going to go over elevated emotions. So we are live on YouTube. We're live in the Manifesting Miracles Facebook group. We're also live on my fan page, Andrea Lang fan page. So let me know if you can see me in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me. And today we're going to go over how to reach elevated emotions, how to sustain elevated emotions throughout your waking day so that you are broadcasting a consistent signal to the quantum field to attract your heart's desire. So if you're looking to attract a healing, health, wealth, love, purpose work, today's show is how to do that using elevated emotions. So let me know in the comments if you can see me, if you can hear me. I'm going to check the Facebook group and make sure that we're live in there. All right, we're live. Okay, so everything looks good here. So I wanted to start with a study that was done. There is a study in the Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself book by Dr. Joe Dispenza, where a scientist wanted to study what happened with biology and energy. If there was any kind of change that could be made with energy to biological systems. So what he did was he took a group of healers and he told these healers to imagine DNA unraveling. So DNA is wound up. It's wound together. And you can unravel DNA. He wanted to see if this group of healers could do it with just mindfulness, just thought. So the healers thought about unwinding the DNA. They thought about it, unwinding the DNA. And the scientist took the DNA, observed it to see if any change was made, and there was no change to the DNA. So then he told the healers to have an intention to unwind the DNA and combine it with elevated emotions, gratitude, peace, love. So when the healers sat down and they went into meditation, they held the crystal clear intention, so they saw the DNA unraveling in their mind. And at the same time, they felt gratitude, love, joy, bliss for it already being done, for the DNA already being unwound. The scientist took the DNA after the healers were done, observed the DNA, and found that the DNA unraveled up to 20%. Proving that there's only two things that are needed to change matter with energy. Those two things are a crystal clear intention combined with elevated emotions. Those two things change matter. There's also another really great book It's called The Power of Eight by Lynne McTaggart. The Power of Eight, Lynne McTaggart. And she goes all around the world, and she visits places in the world that are going through war. And she takes healers with her. And these are just regular people. These aren't monks. These aren't people that have been meditating in the Himalayan mountains for 20, 30, 40 years. These are just regular people, me and you. And she creates a circle around a healee. She has 8 people, and then she has someone in the middle. That's why the book is called The Power of Eight. And they hold the crystal clear intention. They combine it with the elevated emotions, and they heal people. They have spontaneous healings. They reverse all kinds of illnesses, diseases, sicknesses. And that was my inspiration, one of my inspirations for having my own healing circles. And with our healing circles in the Manifesting Miracles Facebook group, we've had 6 spontaneous healings in that group. So anybody can do this. It's within all of us. It's available to all of us. This is who we naturally are. We're naturally healers. We are the universe, source, Buddha, Krishna, Jesus Christ. It's realizing the self, realizing that I'm my own savior. I'm the one who's going to save me. I'm the healer. I'm the mystic. I'm the sage. I'm the Buddha, the Krishna, the universe, source, God, whatever you want to call it. So how do we reach elevated emotions? Let's dive into that part, because people, it's not the crystal clear intention that throws people off here. People are, they know what they want. Usually they know what they want. They have an intention. It's combining it with the elevated emotion that changes matter. That's what allows for the change to take place in this dimension, so that we can witness it in this third dimension. So let's go deep into this here on today's show. Accessing elevated emotions. Your natural, normal state of being is peace, is gratitude, is joy, bliss, compassion. That's your normal, natural state of being. And if you remember when you were a child, when you were probably around the age of 5, somewhere around there, you were naturally in a state of bliss, joy, excitement, adventure, spontaneous, fun. That's who you were when you were a child. And then what happened is, because we're in a theta brainwave when we're children, we're in a hypnosis brainwave, we become conscious of different ways of being. So we learn to suppress emotions, to hide, to play small, to people please, to caretake, to not be too big. Don't be too big. Don't shine your light too big. Don't be too much. You're too much. These are all ways of being that we learn as children. And we become conscious of these programs. And we live our life through these paradigms. And it's how I see the world. It's what I believe about the world is ultimately what I'm getting back in the form of the 3D illusion. So if I believe that I can't shine my light too bright, I have to play small, otherwise people are going to get mad at me. I'm going to make people uncomfortable. I'm going to be told to be quiet. I'm going to be told that I'm too much. I'm going to be rejected. Then I'm going to live my life in accordance to what I believe to be true subconsciously, because it's the subconscious mind body that's creating over 95% of reality. So it's all these different paradigms, beliefs, this programming that I've become conscious of, aware of, and that I believe to be true about myself and the world, because that's what I experienced growing up, that shapes and creates the tone for my entire reality. So the practice is to work with the nervous system, with the body, through meditation, breath work, dance, ecstatic dance, moving the body, walking meditations, to release the suppressed, repressed emotions that have been trapped in the nervous system, frozen in the body, trapped in the nervous system, that is creating these ways of being that do not serve us as adults. They may have served us when we were children. They did serve us when we were children. They got us through childhood. They got us to survive. They got us where we are in this moment. But if they're no longer serving me in this moment, it's my job, it's my responsibility to do the work to clear out the emotions, energy and motion, the energy that's keeping these paradigms, these ways of being alive and creating reality, so that I can create a new reality that's in alignment with my heart's desires, that's in alignment with my heart. So using the breath is my favorite way to reset the nervous system, to transmute stuck, frozen energy from the body. Let me know if you, in the comments, if you guys can see me, if you guys can hear me, because I think I just froze. So let me know in the comments if you guys can see me, if you guys can hear me. I think my screen is frozen. Okay, I think we're back on. There's lots of different breathwork out there. And there's lots of different ways to remove trapped emotions from the nervous system, from the body. But there's one breath that I love that's really simple, that's really easy, and that is my go-to breath for clearing emotions out of the body. And it's a inhale, inhale, exhale. So it's a double inhale, exhale. So it's one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, and it's inhale, the belly fully expands, inhale, the chest fully expands. I'm completely full of oxygen at that point. And then I exhale completely. And this is a circular breath. So there's no pauses. So once I'm completely exhaled, I go right back into the inhale. It's very simple and it's very effective, this breath. And Elisa just got home. Hi, Elisa. Hi.
You're doing live?
We're on a live, yes.
Oh, hi everyone. Hello.
It looks frozen, but it's not frozen.
Yeah, okay, enjoy yourself. Mwah.
Thank you.
Hi babies. Let's say hello to babies.
So it's an inhale, inhale, exhale. And what you're doing is you're pulling energy from the base of the spine. You're pulling it up through each energy center, and you're getting it to the heart. Once energy hits the heart, it goes to the brain. And this is HeartMath, the HeartMath Institute, who has all the research on this, who's been studying the heart and brain connection for over 20 years. It's called the HeartMath Institute. So you're pulling this energy with your breath. So it's inhale, belly expands, inhale, chest expands, exhale, completely empty, and then you go right back into the inhale. Mouth closed, all through the nose is what I would recommend to start. After about 10 minutes of this, you're going to notice that your body starts to have reaction because energy is moving through your body. So your body will start to heat up. You'll probably start to sweat. Maybe you start tears. Maybe tears start coming. Maybe your body starts to shake. Maybe you tense up. Maybe your body tenses up. Whatever is happening physically, the practice is to stay connected to your breath, to stay in your rhythm. You'll get a rhythm here. And the breath will start to breathe you. And at that point, you go along for the journey. You're going along for the ride. And all these emotions will start to move through your nervous system. And you'll have all these sensations. And that's because the energy is moving. Emotion is energy in motion. So if you're getting sensations, which you should be, and if you're not, it's because you're not going deep enough into the breath. So you want to go deep inhale, completely full, deep exhale. So you're literally pulling from the base of your spine, which is a deep breath. It's not shallow. Shallow is not going to give you the pulling, the inductance field that's created in the body to pull these emotions up with
Motion is energy in motion.
Oh. we had my phone went off. We're in the Facebook group live, so my phone went off in there. So I'm going to challenge you today. I'm going to stretch you today. Let's play with this. And I want you to do this breath for 10 minutes and let me know what comes up, what happens to your body, what sensations, what emotions come up. Are you able to stay with the breath? What happens? So just complete transparency on what is going on when you do this breath, and challenge yourself, stretch yourself. Can I connect to what's coming up? So if sadness is coming up, if anger is coming up, if guilt, shame is coming up, whatever's coming up, can I connect to that emotion on a deep, sincere level and be fully present with that emotion to allow it to run through my nervous system, transmuting the energy from my nervous system. That's how you transmute, alchemize energy so that you can experience bliss, euphoria, joy, gratitude. You cannot selectively experience emotions, suppress emotions. If you want to experience extreme bliss, extreme ecstasy, peace, you have to have the ability, the bandwidth in your nervous system to experience the opposite. Guilt, shame, sadness, grief. And I love how Brené Brown teaches this. Brené Brown has a great talk on this. It's a vulnerability talk. It's a TED talk. And it's all about how we cannot selectively suppress emotions. So if I cannot experience sadness, grief, anger, if I cannot experience those emotions, then I cannot experience euphoria. Spectrum of the emotions that I can experience. So it's the ability to have this range of depth. The range to go into the lower emotions doesn't mean I am those emotions, doesn't mean I'm attaching to those emotions, doesn't mean any of that. It means that I'm allowing them to move through me. I'm allowing the energy to transmute through me, run through my nervous system. I'm deeply present with the energy to transmute the energy. I'm experiencing the energy. On the other side of anger, shame, guilt, sadness is peace, euphoria, ecstasy, bliss, joy. So it's moving through the emotions, allowing the emotions to move through me is what allows me to go from a contracted nervous system to an expanded nervous system. It's what allows me to be in a state of peace, in a state of gratitude, because my nervous system is no longer contracted from stuck old energy that I've been carrying for who knows how long. For me, I was carrying so much my entire life. I've been in this work for about 5 years now. So for 30 something years, I was suppressing, repressing, depressing emotions. So I couldn't feel gratitude. I couldn't feel bliss, peace, euphoria, ecstasy. I was blocked. My heart was blocked. My energy centers were blocked with this old, stuck energy. And it wasn't until I went all in on this work, became this work, embodied this work, I lived this work, I was able to unblock my energy centers, unblock my heart through the breath work, the meditations, grounding, sun gazing, high vibe foods, crystal healing energy, really making it a true lifestyle change. That's when I was able to sustain deep levels of peace, deep levels of gratitude, deep levels of bliss. Not because I got something, not because something showed up, but because that's just who I became. That was the byproduct of me doing the work. And it was when I was able to sustain these elevated emotions naturally, that's when my body had a spontaneous healing. That's when I released the 40 pounds. That's when my spine straightened out, my scoliosis healed, my asthma gone. People started asking me to coach them. People started paying me to coach them. My purpose work took off. I met Aliza online. Now we're married. So everything comes in when I'm authentically being a higher version of self. And when I say higher version of self, I mean the 5-year-old you who's lit up, who's grateful, who's excited, spontaneous, joyous, open-hearted. When we return like little children again, return like a child again. Not trying to control, manipulate, have a wall up, protecting my heart. All these ways of being. Truly surrendering, relaxing into, releasing. That's when everything showed up. When I was truly detached from any kind of an outcome and I fell in love with the moment exactly as it presented itself. So let me know in the comments if that resonates. And let me know in our Facebook group that you're doing this breath work. So we're going to do a fun challenge with this breath work. So keep us updated, keep me updated in the Facebook group that you're doing this breath work. What happens? What's going on with your body? What veils of consciousness are lifted? What are you experiencing? And I will see you soon. Thank you for tuning in.